And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Wild Arms 3. I'm your host, the RPG guy. And just to give you guys a heads up, I went ahead and did some ability hunting. And I got tired of it pretty quick because I wasn't getting anything you would call substantial luck. But what I did go out and do is get Paralysis Ward for everybody. Just because, you know, we went out and found blue bracers. They're a rare drop. There's a dungeon you can actually fight enemies at that you can get them. And I mentioned it earlier in the Let's Play a couple of times when this was a good idea to get those. So I'm making that a point. There's one other set I really wanted to get, which was Confusion Resistance, but I got to a point where I was just tired of attempting something that was just not coming at all. So it got to a point for me where it's like, yeah, you know, I'm done. I'd rather move on than continue to dick around with it. So anyway, time for us to move on a little bit further in the story. Number one. And then number two, after we move a little bit further, we're going to start tackling bigger trials. But it's all that slowly but surely kind of stuff. Because we're going to get to a moment in which our options for doing things start to run dry. And I don't mean it like in the main story. We'll have a lot of things we can do in the main story, but if we keep going forward, it's not as beneficial as it would be to take, in a sense, a step back. And you might be wondering, what do you mean by that? Well, we're talking side questing and doing a bunch of other stuff. So there is an aspect in which we need to pull back a little bit and tackle some side quests, and amongst other things. We're also going to get probably one of the uber abilities of this game. Now, I say uber ability, but you have to understand that you have to understand this very specific thing. You have to understand exactly how to use it. It's not just like, oh, we have this new superpower thing. It's like, no, you have to understand how it works in order to benefit from it. So regardless, though, what you need to know is we get the final tool, the Change Crest. And we've seen these blocks before in a few dungeons and cities and stuff. And we're going to exploit the living fuck out of it. In order for us to get some free shit. And the Change Crest is awesome. What can I say? It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. It's so great. You cannot be too careful with her in her current form. Hold her firmly.
Acquire the energy from the teardrop and supply it to the incubation plant Deus Ex Machina.
Commencing energy acquisition and supply process. That's my teardrop. The teardrop will distill into pure energy, which will supply the Deus Ex Machina. Then we can regain our flesh and blood. Watch in place of your dead friends as this watch in place of your dead friends as this planet begins its transformation. Afterwards, you can tell all your friends in the netherworld about the beautifully reborn Felgaia. Going for like a boob shot there, and it failed. It was obviously a perspective shot they wanted to show us for some reason, but never fully could make heads or tails of that. Let me just fix something really quick here. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Why does this keep getting set back to that? Is it because I don't actually use it? There we go. It's a little annoying because it's like not a big fan of leaving that on and accidentally screwing something up. All right. 20 grand. Nice. Gala card and a Gimmel coin. The other thing too is these change crest boxes are great because they give you vitality crystals, so why not exploit that? Okie dokie. And that's be what we be looking for. The Violator. Bend over. It's time for your spanking. The Violator is one of the uber accessories of the game, and the only way to get more is to go to the depths of this and hope for it to drop. But no, this is one of the uber skills. We're going to go ahead and put this on his Gale Claw, because he's probably not going to give that to anybody. And you learn what's called the Finest Arts. The Finest Arts is a broken-ass fucking skill if you understand how it works. And it doesn't cost, as you can see, it doesn't cost a lot. So we're going to get our ability points from, let's say, kind of like counterattack. It actually helps us. Oh, I say it actually helps us. So, whoops. Boop, boop. Let's do Finest Arts. Now, the reason why Clive is the best candidate for Finest Arts, you might say, well, why did you give it to Clive? He's such a strange option. Because don't you rely on his attack? Well, Finest Arts is based off of attack to a degree. And the only way to do it is actually to have no bullets in your weapon, as well as you also have to... Whoop, get out of there. You also have to have... you can't have any bullets in your weapon, and you have to have 100 FP. When Clive hits level 50, this is an issue that immediately goes away, because in the first round, he can Gatling and dump all of his ammo right out of his gun. Okay, that's just the beginning of what he can do. Then, the very next turn, he can do Finest Arts. And I'm not going to tell you how much damage it does. It's something you kind of have to see for yourself. Just going to say that. Transfer of the energy to Deus Ex Machina, normal. 740 and counting until plant operation level. Preservation of the nanomachines, normal. Ready to defrost in accordance to plant operation. Asgard, I welcome you back. But how were you able to return after being sent beyond space-time?
Beyond the spiral of space-time lies a world that existed before the first humans, Neo-Sapiens. It was a Fagaia covered with ocean and greenery, unlike the Fagaia of present. It was as beautiful as this gem.
Gem?
A fighting machine likens the planet to a gem. That I am, but I am free to speak what I feel. That world was so peaceful and tranquil and touching. It was the first time I felt a sense of love for the world. However, my duty is to protect my master. I devised a plan to return to the present world, and the result is history. So you cut off your power supply and traversed through time by perpetual hibernation. Quite a risky and painstakingly long plan you devised. It was the only option. I firmly believed it would work, provided my body was not disturbed during my deactivation. I admire your dedication, Golem. I would like you to act as my shield as well.
And do you have records of the Falgaia of old?
The data stored in my memory.
Then prepare the emulator to play back a quasi-image of how this planet used to be. It's gonna be like porno for Leaholt. You sit there and go, oh yes, it's so hot. Oh god, it's so green. Now, the question you might be asking yourself is, are we going to get more Violators later? And it's really me saying, I don't think we're going to be doing much in the Abyss, so don't get your hopes up. But again, the Violator as a tool is pretty darn cool. When we get off it, it's going to shut. But we have one more block. We kind of, I think, need to go back. Yeah, we will. Asgard speaks the truth. Yes, I cannot believe how beautiful this unsightly planet once was. The simple data is amazing. I can study the planet's life structure from it. With this, I can probably...
What is it?
Someone has broken into the cradle. We have an intruder, it seems. Sire.
My wish is to transform this planet into a giant life-form conglomerate. It shall act as an interstellar ship as well as an ecosystem to breed and raise demons. I shall call it Starship Felgaia. With this, I shall head to new frontiers and quench my thirst for battle. Find the intruders and eliminate them. Leave no stone unturned. And how he fit through that door is beyond me.
We need to make sure we get all the goodies, because we don't really want to come back this way. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just there's not much of a reason to come back this way. So getting everything kind of in dungeons from here on out is a big deal. Yeah, Ace, we need that. And it's a Violator fight. Not Violator, what are they called? Imitator. Pump that one full of lead. Now, I also put another thing on Gallows. Ooh, a migrant seal, we need that. I put an item on Gallows to allow him to open chests without as much fear for explosions and traps. That'll pay off probably later, but right now it's nice to have. Now, I believe that is the last... Oh, shoot, I forgot to get out of that. I believe that is the last treasure out there, so we should be good on everything else.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Booby trap. Now, it doesn't always work, but it does increase the odds of bad things not happening. And hey, look at that. We get a dark ring, which we can definitely use. Because there is a side boss that hits you with nothing but darkness magic. So, kind of nice that we got one of those. Because that means we're only one short for the getting darkness resistance for the whole party. So, kind of nice. Fly across. As I forgot to set that up. Let's try that again, shall we? As I used the wrong crest. Why do they all have to look the same? And you don't do that technique. You don't use that tool for a long time. You start forgetting how to use the damn thing. Usually must also use wits instead of always relying on speed. So you can kind of see the predicament here, though it's not necessarily that bad. Alright, let me see here. Do it like this. So we only have a finite amount of time to grab these before the game's like, yeah, no. So we have to get these pretty much, I would say, rather close together. And then just kind of dash for them. You notice it's not coming back. There we go. Thought I could outsmart me. Well, that's gonna ruin your day. They know we're here. No, if they did, I reckon there would be pursuers, but that does not seem to be the case. Perhaps it's Alfred and company. Either way, we better get moving. There's no turning back now. Run for the gate.
Hey, wait. Whatever.
I think his point was that, well, there is no gate. We passed them all already. This time for sure. I will perfect life by reproducing memory. Using the original data file guy, I should be able to... You won't be able to get your mother's memory back with that. Who the? You want to get your mother's memory back, right? What do you think you're? There, your mother's memory should return soon. Once she regains her memory, she'll hold you gently and lovingly, just like before. Who are you? Malik, is that you? Malik, answer me, Malik.
Oh, that just got weird.
Hey, everyone. Was that you who triggered the alarm?
Watch your tongue. We're the best of the best.
In any case, they are aware of intruders and have been put on alert. I do not think it would be wise for us to move about cautiously. I do not think it would be wise for us to move about cautiously and discreetly.
So you thinking about booking on out of here then?
Let us split up. We both have different styles of teamwork and procedure. You're right. It's better than moving in a big group anyway. Let's engage the enemy from both directions. And that's the way it goes. As we enter the cradle of the gods. Rawr. So what you need to know is there's no items to grab here. You just got to get through. And that's all there be to it. Oh, you're gonna be like that, are you? Thought I could outsmart me. And then we're forced into this. So here's what you need to know about this fight. It's kind of weird. Not in a bad way, but it's kind of weird. What you need to know, and what I would say is the most important thing to know, is that it's not a hard fight. Because we went and got some protection stuff from earlier. So it's not something, it's not something we necessarily need to worry about. And now we can hit it. Here's an interesting thing to keep in mind. The XP in this fight is garbage compared to other stuff we've been getting. And again, we right now have a finite amount of lucky cards. So we're not going to use a lucky card. And we're not going to use a Gela card either, because the Gela is not that great either. So we're not going to bother with any of that. Just saying. Shoot it. All right. Make sure it stays attack. Strangely enough, no. Mystic. Full carrot. Attack. And attack. Okay. Time to bring on the pain train. Gatling. Oh no, he transformed back. Okay, so this may not work. I knew I shouldn't have defended with her. So yeah, that's finest arts, but it didn't do anything because he had defense. So I will show it to you. You guys deserve it. So, and you'll get my point with this. Let's go ahead and just let him do that. And we'll make sure Virginia uses refrigerate next round. Because that was kind of lame. That's a waste of a full carrot, and now you know that. So yeah, it's a physical attack. That's what you need to know first and foremost. So maybe that failure is actually kind of interesting, because now you know that there is something to it. So yeah, Frost, you stay frosty, friend. $29,000 damage. That is not a typo. On top of the extra couple thousand that he did from his melee attacks. But you saw that correctly. You saw that correctly. And that is why Clive is now our new boss slayer, and Virginia's kind of back up. Virginia is more of a support character now. The roles have changed. What Virginia's power helped us do early on was make boss fights a lot easier, and she can dish out pretty good damage. But a lot of that's done now for her. She's got a new role, and that's healer and main support character and whatnot. Clive is now the big damage dealer, and that's because he's just so strong anyway. But that Violator is awesome. No joke, it is awesome. Who are you? What did you do to my Malik? You fiend! It's kind of like something out of a horror movie. Why do you reject me? Because you look like a fucking demon, bro. Demon much? An explosion. An explosion. What caused it? We have more pressing matters. We need to keep moving. Gotta keep moving, trucking. What is going on? This can't be. The output level is dropping. Has the main reactor been breached? Big questions. Not big answers. So, a big old stock up point. But we're doing so well leveling gear-wise, it's not a problem. So now we run into this issue, which is not much of an issue. We could have done this earlier, but we can do this to disable the spotlight. And now we have this nonsense. So all characters have a use in this dungeon.
I must carry out my orders and stop you in your tracks. I will do it now. Barrier for barrier, I shall oscillate the frequency to counteract your interference.
What are you doing standing about? Their nanomachine plant is right through that door. Go and stop them from transforming the planetary environment. You can do it. Jet, this is something only you can do. Try to remember, Jet, the power you used to stop the Yggdrasil system. My power? Yes, your power, your existence. You are the one who holds the key to saving Felgyre. Trust in that power once again. And Virginia, put dinner on the stove. I'm gonna kick Asgard's butt. Daddy! Daddy! I'm actually kidding, by the way. But now that I have to actually fucking clarify that for some freaking people crying out loud. Daddy! No, what do you plan to do? Let us trust in your father. Your father has returned to life from the Yggdrasil disaster. He wouldn't fall to something like this. Daddy promised me that he wouldn't leave me anymore. You're right. We have to rescue Maya and put a stop to their diabolical plan. We have to keep moving forward. I'm going to give it my best. Let's give it our best. Let's all give it our best. I swear I speak English. As we wait for it to come over. Not yay. Probably didn't pay much attention to how to drop down from there very well. Oh, jeez, I'm crow. Let's do this right. How about that? I shouldn't have to pull the lever. I shouldn't have to do either of that again. So. There we go. This is where Malik was doing his Malik things. I don't think there's really anything in here. So we're not gonna bother. The main reactor is destroyed. Malik, you owe me an explanation. Mama won't call me by my name. She called me a fiend, even though I am Malik. Something's wrong with Mama. That's why I destroyed it. This is the result of reproducing memory in that mother clone? But how was he able to reproduce memory all of a sudden? I don't have time to concern myself with Malik. He has gone mad. I must find a way to generate power to the main reactor to supply enough energy to operate the Deus Ex Machina. I guess I have no choice. This may cause the cradle to fall, but I shall transfer all existing energy to the Deus Ex Machina and actually win after all. Ha 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 ha. Why does everything have to go wrong at the last minute? Because you're evil! You cannot blame us for that. What you are doing is wrong and distorted. Do you really think something so twisted will go according to plan? You, how dare you refute me? Yeah, psycho bitch, psycho bitch. So here we go. Destroy. Everything must be destroyed. Malik, don't lose yourself to the nanomachines. Maintain your composure. So Malik's off the deep end a bit. First things foist. Let's go ahead and mystic us. Ooh, I don't know. Let's mystic us a full carrot. And the reason being is, you'll see in a moment. Status lock would be great. Let's put that on, of all people, let's put that on Clive. There's a reason for that. Let's decelerate Malik. And attack Malik. No. We'll attack Melody with Clive's attacks. And there's a reason we do it this way. And then next round, we'll have Virginia or Jet pop a Gala card. Now, the status lock prevents status effects from being put on Clive, which means he won't, we're guaranteed he's going to be able to get off Finest Arts. And Tri-Injury is not going to be as big of a problem. It's still a problem. It still sucks. But it's something that Virginia can actually mitigate. So it's not a big deal. And you'll see in due course, of course. Alright, so. Ooh, the Venom Strike. How dastardly. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and use Holy Root. Attack Melody. Hyper Clive. Attack Melody. And I will use a Gala card next round. We'll have Jet do that. Because we also need Virginia to throw out a lucky card. I don't think we've done that yet. We did the carrot first, so yeah. And since Malik didn't distort or confuse anyone, we're good. Okay. That's bad. Mystic. Lucky card. Let's cure confusion from Gallows. We will pop a Gala card and let us do away with Malik here. Remember, nothing's going to happen to Clive. He's in status lock. That eventually will wear off, but he should have it for at least 2 or 3 rounds. I also took the moment to do the Secret Garden stuff and build up Holy Roots and Mega Berries. Just in case you were wondering how that's possible, I have all those Holy Roots. That took about 15 minutes. It actually didn't take that long, so strangely enough. And Malik is done. Destroy. Everything must be destroyed. I can't take this anymore. Destroy the planet, Mama. Myself. Yeah, whatever there, you psycho. And then next, since we have delicious full carrots up the ass, we've got the Gala card out. We don't need to worry about really anything for that matter, other than we may want to do Fragile, Distortion, nah, Synchronizer, nah. Not really anything else I can think of, so other than Permanence, which we could put on Clive. We don't want him to get his ammunition back, so we'll let him do a melee attack. As you can see, this battle's over. Malik was the biggest threat in this fight. Melody has always been kind of the weakest of the prophets, and Malik, in my opinion, is the strongest of the prophets. Even over Lahalt, just based on what they can do. Unless you grind out like all the status defensive stuff. But Malik has always been kind of the pain in the butt as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, that's just how I feel about that. Why not? I don't have anything to steal But it would, you know, screw it. We're not going to waste that. Screw it. Just defend, 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 and take Melody on a trip to Murder Town. And there it is. Why can't I get my point across? I've come this far to change myself. Why can't people understand me? Because you're a psycho. No, so what you need to know, like I said, Finest Arts seems like it's cheap as hell, but it's an item you get from a regular dungeon, and it's not like it's in a hard place to get it. So, yeah, I've never found, other than having to figure out how to use Finest Arts, it's not really that hard to use. We get 30,000 Gela, which is great. We need that money. And we get 9,400 XP times 2. So lots of XP. But as you can see, not enough to level people. Yeah, we're not getting lucky with some of that. But the next area will give us a nice increase in XP. Yes, everyone will one day break down and disappear. We all know that. That's why we're living the best we can today. I'm trying, Mama. I'm trying. Fucking Malik. Do. So again, we get into this complex little. Yeah, we shot it before it should have got us, but whatever. It's Mystic. I don't know what would work. Will Mystic Light I get? No. It's Mystic. Screw it. We'll Mystic Light. Shoot. Arc Impulse, just in case, because that's non-elemental anyway. So they won't like fire. Now we know. The other one's going to be fire-based. Who doesn't like the ice? Usually you don't need to fight enemies by this point of the game because we have so many migrant seals, it's not a big deal. So that was me just screwing up there pretty hard. Cocytus, the penultimate ice magic of the game, in the hands of a very weak enemy. That's not a joke either, that's an observation. But we can Mystic a Mega Berry or Potion Berry if we need to. Especially if we don't kill any of these guys, we'll do a Mega Berry. We'll Mystic a Mega Berry. But, no, we'll be fine. That didn't go well. But we get Ice Ring, which is great, because we do need some of those. The ability to be resistant to ice is relevant, strangely enough. Alright, still think we're okay. Alright.
How is the Deus Ex Machina coming along?
We now have enough energy to operate the nanomachine plant, most likely due to Melody's quick thinking.
And where are they now?
I last detected their life force diminishing before I lost contact. They may have retreated, or perhaps they're already...
They did not live up to my expectations.
Preparing to destroy the cradle of the metal gods. Please head to the Deus Ex Machina. Once the nanomachines have fully defrosted, we will disperse them all over Felgaia.
leaving so soon, but I still want to play.
How careless of me. I took my eyes off you with all the chaos. Within all the chaos.
I shall entertain her. In the meantime, continue to prepare the Deus Ex Machina.
Don't take me too lightly. You don't know what's coming.
Likewise, how insolent of you, a mere mortal, challenging me to a duel.
This is on auto, so there's not much I can really do about this, by the way. For those of you wondering. I don't want to know where she was keeping that. I don't want to know where she was keeping that.
Why does your gun smell funny?
Eat that. Tastes good.
I see. I've underestimated your powers of the crotch gun. Your ability to mentally synchronize with arms, the weapons of demons, is quite astounding.
Weapons of demons? What are arms? What are you talking about?
Your spiritual strength exceeds those of demons. This allows you to draw out destructive power from within the arm. This is getting interesting. Please entertain me some more. A hero never dies, as long as he has the will to fight.
Hey, you healed yourself. That's not fair.
It's a shame, really. Not only will the energy from the teardrop help raise nanomachines, but its sparkle maintains my existence. In other words, the sparkle of this planet becomes my power, and with it I will expel the planet's life force. Oh, the irony. This is like a comedy, with the life force playing the role of the clown.
That teardrop was supposed to be mine. I won't let you do as you please with it. If I can take the teardrop away from him, maybe.
Even though all of the modifications you have endured, I'm impressed you have made it this far. I applaud you. You deserve a medal. Accept my praise.
Oop, here comes the shocker. Well, that can't be good. Sheesh. Milady, are you alright? I knew you would come, but sure took you a while. We came as fast as we could. I know, I'm just joshing you. What's the stench? The stink of demons. I have to go after him. I can't let him toy with me. My pride won't allow it. Give it up, Kish. Give it up. Determination can overcome anything. Nothing can stand in my way. He even said so himself. Demons are no match against my spiritual strength. Even if my body is battered, my heart will prevail. Now follow me.
Intense, intense.
Let's see here. Just keep moving. Oh, Hope if I actually did this correctly. You know what? We have the berries. Let's just do that to be safe. There. As I fall off the freaking side, that's just dandy. Let's try this again. There we go.
Yay!
Keep that up again. Not gotta worry about that. What's happening?
Sand anus erupt!
Uh-oh. Well, the Sand Anus did produce a dirt turd, so what can I say? Clive Winsett, do you see me now? Beauty's found within a fading, transient sparkle. This is my true beauty. She really hated Clive. With a passion, man.
We're too late.
What is even worse is this structure may collapse at any moment. This place is losing power. Maybe this place is losing power. Maybe it'll work. Come, Lombardia. Well, that's convenient. No, I'm just being a dick. That's actually kind of interesting. When you have a flying machine, you actually choose to use it. As we are attacked, surprise attacked by another dragon. Dragon Lombardium can perform 4 actions in one turn, the same number as the crew members on board. Each character must select an action for Lombardia to perform at the start of each turn, and this is unlike the Sandcraft. There is no difference associated with their command or position. Character's command is performed in order of the highest reflex value. It will be necessary to plan your tactics in advantage by adjusting your speed. Interesting. Not much to really say about that. So let's get to it here. Get to it. Get our buffs up. Let's do it. could get that FP all the way up to 100. We should be able to anyway. Unless there's like a miss. Nice. He's raising all of his defenses.
Mighty might! Mighty might make my butthole tight!
And boom shakalaka. So we get 10 grand and 5,000 XP, but we can't augment it with items, so I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think we could have, and then even if we could, we didn't do it, so it's not a big deal. And Virginia hits level 50, the coveted level 50. Freaking sweet. Now we just got to get Clive there. I can't believe something so massive can take to the air. This must be that ship from the land unknown that soars the heavens. I thought the Ark of Destiny was the only one, but to see one that's actually flying is just so... Daddy, Maya, you're all safe somewhere, right? Hold tight. We're going to take flight on our wings and chase after the metal god that flew out the cradle.
Back in the evil lair of Dr. Siegfried. Maintain the Deus Ex Machina's power at 75% and continue its flight. Our destination and course are irrelevant. Just stay out of their sight until the nanomachines mature. Deploy all Wyverns. Have them cover every square inch of the sky.
Which means now we're going to have sky battles, random encounters from this point on. Hence why you want to do the map unlock before this point, because it starts getting kind of weird. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just, it gets annoying when you have to deal with the Wyverns. Let's go ahead and land. Let us go ahead and use teleport orb to Basker Colony. Alright, but hey, so we've accomplished a huge event in the story, and there's a lot of stuff that we actually got to do. That includes the change, using our new change crest tool for some weird stuff, like, which you're about to see, because it is kind of funny. Whoop! He had we turned him into a full carrot, son. And yeah, there's a bit of this, and we need to hit up some old dungeons that actually we couldn't go in because, well, we went in the dungeons, but there were areas blocked off in them because it required the change crest, as well as a place at the Ark of Destiny that also had some change crest blocks we couldn't get by, and we can kind of finish up what was going on over there amongst other things. So with that said, we've got our work cut out for us, and so I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JackTartStudios for more awesome gaming action. Check out our Chairman of the Board show there as well. On top of that, check out our Hobo Headcrab Blind Play show. Lots of fun and lots of awesomeness is there to be had. It's also a great place to support our actual YouTube channels, and to support our Twitch channel is to go over to Twitch and there's a donate button there, and there's a whole bunch of other things you're welcome to do to help support the channel, and it's anything you can do is appreciated. We don't pocket any of that right now. It just all goes straight to the channel, and we've never pocketed anything people have donated to us. It always goes back into the channel, whether it's buying green screens, microphone, better mics, newer mics, upgrading the sets, and so many other aspects that help make this channel and all the other stuff that we're working on so much fun. So again, thank you guys for stopping by, and we will see you guys next time.